it's way up. I'm here. Maino's here.
New Maino!
Maino, stop it. Stop being immature.
Because I can't say the words I want to say. Like, this is crazy.
It's politically incorrect for you to say certain things.
This is wild, man. I feel.
Who was it? Remember Lizzo had the song and she said spaz on the song was, it was Lizzo, and then she had to take the word out the song.
Was saying what? Spaz? You can't say spaz.
No, I'm kidding.
I don't want to talk up here no more, man. This is crazy.
You don't know
ludicrous.
You can't say ludicrous.
Oh,
no, I'm kidding. You can't. It's fine.
You gotta stop playing. It's a Friday.
It's a Friday. You know what that means. What are we doing up here today? It's Friday. MC Lyte is going to be joining us. She is a living legend.
I told you I was in a movie with her.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
she is a treasure. All right, so MC Lyte will be here today. And we're going to start the show with some love, with some positivity. Let's shine a light. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Let's spread love. It's the Brooklyn way, even if you live in Jersey.
I'ma shine. Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
It's way up.
Woo, this is a wild place, man. Y'all just don't know.
Maino's here.
Man.
My goddaughter Nia is here today visiting.
Nia.
Hey, Nia. She goes to Spelman, so everybody who goes to Spelman or has kids in Spelman, make sure y'all look for my girl Nia. She's about to be a junior. All right, well, let's shine a light. Today I want to shine a light on Treshawn Pittard. Now, I saw his story originally on Black Wealth. And he is a young entrepreneur in Toledo. He was only 11 years old when he started his landscaping business. But what I love about this story is that a couple of months ago, somebody stole all of his equipment, and somehow the community rallied together to get him new equipment after that happened. So imagine you're 11 years old, you start this lawn care business, some idiot steals all your stuff, and he told this story, and somebody donated him a brand new lawnmower, and then he started getting even more and more equipment after that. So I love to see a young entrepreneur. He said that he and his siblings plan to start a mowing client lawn business as soon as possible, and whoever cuts the most grass gets a $20 bonus. I like that.
That's dope.
That's how you start learning about business and everything early on. Let me show you a picture, Maino, so you can see. But his name is Treshawn Pittard. So shout out to you. Okay. Yes, I love it. I love to see it. All right, well, who do you guys want to spread some love to? 800-292-5150. Derek, who do you want to shine a light on?
They say it's truth in the room.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that yee tea.
All right, it's way up. I'm here. Maino's here.
Yeah.
Man, we were just looking at this Travis Scott footage on TMZ. He was arrested in Paris at 5 a.m. and they said he was fighting his own bodyguard.
Sometimes you got to swing on people.
Well, you know what? While he's out in Paris, right, it feels like he's had a lot of issues with the paparazzi. He's telling them find something to do, to leave him alone. Well, they said he was arrested for getting into that fight with his bodyguard, who he felt was slacking on the job. Yeah. They said he was extremely upset with the security after multiple days of being chased and harassed by paparazzi. So there's footage of him getting put into the cop car.
That was a wild footage, though, right there.
Security would have been able to block all that if you weren't fighting them.
Yeah, but get on your job. Stop playing.
It's interesting because a lot of people were like, "Oh, he's on drugs. He's this, he's that." But it seems like he just was annoyed at security.
He looked like he was tweaking. He looked like he was a little.
He was tweaking a little.
He looked a little tweaky.
All right, now let's talk about Maino.
Hey.
Maino has a new show he posted on his... Oh, that's you.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I'm recording on you and you're right here. And he posted, new show alert. Keep telling y'all that my new moves are way better than my old ones. Maino.
New Maino.
All right, so here is a little snippet of that show.
Yo! What you doing in my house?
Yo, last night you slept at your house with my house.
We can move in tonight.
Got a whole human woman stuck in my house right now. Like she can't get out physically. Is she big?
This is like crisis management right here.
Well, we wouldn't have that crisis if you were dating one woman.
I'm starving. Oh my God, I eat all day. This my son. He don't eat too. He a little hungry too. You know what I'm saying?
You want your son?
Yeah, don't you like him?
New Maino.
Yeah.
New Maino.
New Maino drop. You see how the universe works?
I had a chance, by the way, to actually see this episode, which is very exciting. Shout out to James DuBose.
And shout out to my brother James DuBose. You know, we put it together, and this is going to be really, really, really great. It's really fun. But the thing is, nobody expected this. is different.
Well, you got a toast today.
We have to.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes, Maino. All right, that we got to do. I love this for us.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say Dan walked in here while he was cutting the clip and was like, we didn't make the cut as far as the trailer.
No, but the next
Dan
one is.
has an appearance, and so do I.
Dan is in it.
We're not in the
You're
trailer.
in it. Yeah. It's going to happen.
All right, and so excited for that. Make sure you guys go look at that on Maino's Instagram page. Also, 90 Day Fiancé. Angela has filed for an annulment from her husband, Michael. You know, I watch this show so much. I've been watching the reunion, and then they're all in the same house.
90 Day
Angela
Fiancé?
be going crazy on Michael. If anybody watches the show, please tap in with me. But when I tell you, she is always yelling. I'm going to show you some footage. She is always yelling and screaming at him. Other people in the house are like, you got to chill out. And so now she's filed for an annulment. She said she married him on January 27, 2020 in Nigeria, and they have continuously lived in a state of separation for 30 days preceding this filing. Her grounds for annulment are that Michael fraudulently induced her into a marriage for the purpose of gaining legal permanent resident status in the United States. So she said there's no joint property, no joint debt to be divided, and she asked that her last name be restored to Deem, which is what it was previously. So she feels like he used her to get into this country. When you see her,
sometimes you got to do that.
you may understand it more.
You know, when you want to get into a country, you got to.
But anybody, just please hit me up if you watch the show, because I want to have conversations with y'all. All right. About last night, when we come back, 800-292-5150. Also, you can always leave a message. Like I said, we'll discuss what we did last night. Kiss me through the phone. Soulja Boy is way up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
Last night. All right, it's way up. I'm here. Mano's here on a Friday.
Hey. Yeah.
What'd you do last night?
I was outside, man. Happy birthday to my guy AG. You know, we celebrated his birthday over at this karaoke spot. Dope, super dope karaoke spot right here in the city. I'm not gonna say exactly where it was at.
Is it in Koreatown? They have a lot of okay.
It's not far from here. Oh, you know what? It's
in the 30s?
I think it's in the 20s. Yeah, it's in the 30s.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So it is. That's what I said. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Biggie, Juicy.
Okay. It was all a dream.
It was all a dream. I can't get better than that.
You're right. That's a great one. Okay, I'm not.
I realize that I don't know the words to no R&B song.
But they could put it up.
Yeah, but it's just like I'm off.
You know who likes to do karaoke? Donnell Rawlings. Every time we go do anything with him.
Yeah.
I had a karaoke birthday with Dave Chappelle hosting one year. And it was...
Where was that?
It was in Austin, Texas.
Nice.
It was during the pandemic when it was irresponsible. Everybody had one mic and got COVID.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm glad we all made it past that. I don't really have necessarily a go-to song. I rock with whatever everybody else wants to do.
So you with whatever.
I'm trying to think what song I did, because they do give you the words. We did a Salt and Pepper song. What song did we do? Well, I can't remember what song. Maybe we did What a Man.
I remember me and T.I. did what was it? Snoop and Dr. Dre.
Gin and
LA.
Juice?
Yeah, no, G-Thing.
Oh, you did? Okay,
I
you
was
like
so
that.
fried. I didn't know the words.
You should have did Ain't No Fun.
What?
Oh, no, you shouldn't. Never mind.
What?
I can't believe that song used to get played. Huh?
What the? Yo, we need to go on a break.
That's a classic song.
Call a break. Call a break.
It's a classic song.
What?
Your go-to karaoke song. Yeah. Everybody else in the room is shaking their head. What is a classic song? All right, well, anyway, last night,
what was you doing?
Actually, I'm on the committee for Just Brooklyn, and it's for... Yes, I'm from Brooklyn. It's called Just Brooklyn, but it is for the foundation for the Barclays. And they actually are giving out grants. So they narrow it down to 10 different contestants, and then we pick 5 people to give the grants to different philanthropic organizations in Brooklyn. And so I was on that call for 2 hours yesterday with everybody else deciding who was going to get those grants.
Okay, I need one. So good. Me and you locked in.
What's your organization?
Better Tomorrow. Better Tomorrow.
Better Tomorrow. That's already an existing organization.
Yeah, well, we're trying to strive for a better tomorrow.
Yeah. What is the
We're gonna build a center in the community.
A Better Tomorrow. Let me look this up. Oh, that's also it's a counseling service. It's a movie.
That's right.
All right. Well, you guys, you know what's coming up next, right? Tell us a secret.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that.
800-292-5150 is the number.
Today?
Call us up. It's a Friday.
Oh, wow.
And you know Friday secrets always rock. So call us up and tell us a secret. 800-292-5150. Maino is not here to judge you. He just wants to hear your secret because we nosy. It's way up.
This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
All right, it's way up. I'm here. Maino's here.
Yes, I am.
And it's time to tell us a secret. Maino, I'm going to ask you to please not judge nobody today.
I never did
I know
that,
it's hard.
though. Have I ever done that? Be honest. Have I ever came up on your show and judged anybody?
Excuse me.
Whoa.
That's the only answer I could give you.
Wow.
800-292-5150. Anonymous caller, what's your secret?
So I recently found out the guy that I've been with for 7 years is getting married. So, and I have 2 kids with him.
Oh
my God. How did he get away with this?
What?
He actually made it seem like that was just his mom, but he had another baby with her last year. So that's how I actually found out.
So who told you? He had a baby with her. He told you or she called you? What happened?
Well, she was secretly parking on the corner of the block, and my neighbors kept bringing it up to me. And then I seen her from up in it, and I put 2 and 2 together, and he's been secretly with her and me for the past 8 years.
And you said you want to blow him up today?
Yes.
You have 2 kids with this man. He had a kid last year with somebody else, and he's
he
married
was
to
married the whole time for 7 years.
The whole time. We've been in a house for 5 years together.
Y'all live together?
Yes, we live together. So I'm gonna actually smash one of his friends this weekend.
You gonna do what?
Smash one of his friends this weekend.
Yes.
And then you gonna let him know?
Yes, I'm gonna let him know and let him decide what he wants to do.
And his friend already knows this is gonna happen. He's with it.
Yeah, the friend's been giving me information on him.
Yeah, his friend is a sucker.
Oh my gosh, his friend is the one.
His friend is a sucker.
That's wild.
His friend is a coward.
I mean, somebody messed up that.
No, his friend is a coward. His friend is a coward.
This man's not a good person. His friend's telling him.
He's a coward too. He should have gotten a divorce.
Yeah, everybody's a coward.
All right, you guys all need to go to Oz, the Wizard of Oz. All right, well, thank you so much for calling and sharing with us. Hey, anonymous caller, how are you?
Good, how are you?
It's me and Maino. We want to hear your secret. It's safe with us.
So I had a threesome with my friend and her boyfriend, and now we're just still talking. Me and the guy are still talking even after.
Nice. What you should do is don't hide it, right? You should go to your friend and say, listen,
we want to keep.
We had the threesome. I didn't know that I was going to be feeling those feelings, and I think that we should all bring it all in. You know, one big happy family, big love, baby. Don't be a sucker and sneak behind your friend back and be laying around with her man. Put it out there. You might as well go all the way with it.
Right.
Well, were there some rules? How do you think your friend is going to react when she finds, or if you told her, what do you think she would say?
I'm not sure. That was my first time ever, and I just kind of feel like he might be mad, but I don't understand why he shouldn't have invited me into the bedroom.
So you like him?
No, not necessarily.
You kind of do. Yeah. You kind of do.
Oh, so you like him? You like him in the bed?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you might as well be upfront about it.
When you invite somebody, you invite that potential.
Yeah, keep it going.
Well, that was my secret.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing with us. We appreciate it. No judgment.
Bye-bye.
All right. Well, that was Tell Us a Secret. And speaking of telling secrets, let's talk about the return of Karisha, Please. I know you watched it, Maino.
Yeah. I watched the clips.
All right. Well, we'll discuss what she had to say as she sat down with Saucy Santana and revealed her truths. It's way up.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea. Come and get the tea.
Let's get it. It's way up. I'm here. Maino's here.
No, Maino.
Yee tea time. Season 2 premiere of Karisha, Please on Revolt. Young Miami, when all these things were happening with Diddy, a lot of people were wondering, what is she going to say? Why isn't she speaking up? Well, she was able to answer all of those questions as Saucy Santana sit down and questioned her. Here is what she had to say about being silent during that time.
Why didn't you speak?
Because I can't speak on something that wasn't my experience. And I can't speak on something that I don't know. I can't speak on these allegations because I wasn't around at the time. I don't know that person and that wasn't my experience.
He never hit you in a relationship?
I've been through domestic violence in 2 relationships. And I told myself after the second relationship, I would never put myself in that situation again. I don't stand for domestic violence. I'm just not going for that.
All right, she been through it before.
Right, she been through it before, so she didn't have that experience with Puff.
Yeah.
I seen people mad at her for that. Like, how you gonna be mad at her for that? That wasn't her experience. That's not the guy that she met. That's not the person that she knew.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened in his past was something that he didn't, I guess, bring to that relationship.
I definitely in the past dated a guy who was very cool to me, and then another woman he dated later
So
on
something
said,
different,
yeah,
right.
And so I empathize, but I'm like, I didn't have that, and I couldn't believe.
So nobody could be mad at you for that.
Yeah, no, but
right.
I was glad that I got away from him.
Of course,
anyway, as far as her whether or not she's still dating Puff, she is not.
Are you still dating Puff Daddy?
And here's what she had to say about that.
Are you still dating Puff Daddy?
I'm not. It really, really, really hurt me because I just feel like, Puff was a really, really good person to me. But I just felt like when all of these things came out, I just needed to take a break and focus on what's important. It was just me and my career. And I just feel like, it's just everything that's going on. Like, I don't want to get caught up in that.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, you still did.
Stop it.
You still did.
Stop it, saucy Maino.
Whoa.
You're a little saucy right now.
No, I'm not saucy, man.
I know, you're having ice.
Drink.
All right, but I will say, what was she supposed to do at that time, right? What are you supposed to do? Stay together?
She did what she had to do for her.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she did. And another person she split up with was JT. As we all know, the City Girls are no longer together. JT has spoken on it. People would question, why didn't Young Miami hold JT down when JT was beefing online with Cardi B? And here's what she had to say about that.
We don't talk every day, but it's no beef on my end. I still look at her as family. But once we go to the internet, I feel like you're trying to get people to pick a side.
So how long behind the scenes do you feel like have things been rocky between y'all two?
It's been a minute. We outgrew each other. I feel like she was in LA, I was in Miami. She was been working on her I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm really sad to see them break up.
Listen, the City Girls was awful.
I really was a fan of the City Girls.
Me too.
I really liked the music.
I remember my first time seeing Young Miami perform. JT was still locked up. It was a powerhouse event. And those were my songs.
When I got turned on to them, JT was in jail and Young Miami was holding it down. But they had enough records with JT on it already.
Right.
So they did a lot of
recording.
Young
Miami would perform.
Yeah, she held it down.
Yeah,
definitely.
So they've been through it, but I hope that they can at least continue to remain cordial with each other, come back together, do some things together at times, do things individually. Because I do think it's important when people are in a group to also have your own solo
Indeed,
things
but this
happening.
game breaks up relationships, and I hate to see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, look at you. You have your groups.
Which one?
You got the Lobby Boys.
Yeah.
Right, and then you have the
Sty Babies.
Yep, you have the Sty Babies.
I got the Way Up Gang.
You got the Way Up Gang. Sometimes you show up, sometimes you don't.
Stop it! And then you have a replacement for me. Already, we broke up. I'm doing my interview.
Anyway, moving on. Now, as far as Young Miami's current mental state, here's what you have to say about that.
Like, where are you at mentally?
I'm just all over the place. 1 minute I'm happy, 1 minute I'm sad, 1 minute I'm feeling like and then the next minute, I'm looking at my kids and I'm like, I ain't bring us this far to go backwards.
I felt her pain though.
It's a lot to go through.
No, I felt it though.
Is a mother of two. You know, she's got a lot going on.
And people judge from the outside. They judge by the eye, never the hand.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. That was all devoted to Karisha, please. Now, when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're under the radar. I was going to report this story the other day, Maino, and this is a story that I sent to you behind the scenes, but I was like, you know what? Let's wait till Maino comes back in. I believe Brian Millar was here that day. I was like, let's wait until Maino comes in. And I want to talk about this with you because you actually went through this.
I'm still going through it.
And you're still going through it. So we'll talk about it when we come back. Under the Radar is way up.
In the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's way up. I'm here. And my guy Maino's here.
100.
No, Maino.
What's the vibe?
Let's get into these under the radar stories, but one in particular that I think is important to talk about is this Cash App. Cash App users have until November 18th to submit their claim for reimbursement for a data and security breach. So you could get some cash sent to your bank account soon. They have to pay $15 million in damages. Now, let's talk about this because you had some issues.
Yeah, I'm still having issues with Cash App in my bank. I had $30K in fraud on my bank account through Cash App.
Now, are they giving you back your money? Because I think that's the most.
They're going to give it back, but they're making me work for it. Like,
what do you have to do?
I got to continuously, like, harass them. You know, I had to send documentations. I had to actually call Cash App, get some documentation, show them that it didn't come from my Cash App, that it was fraudulent. So, I mean, we working on it.
Yeah, so
I need my money, man.
The lawsuit said that there was a data breach that resulted in the unauthorized public release of the personally identifiable information of 8.2 million current and former Cash App investing customers. And then there was a former employee who gained access to Cash App users' personal information during that person's employment.
That's what happened to me. Mm-hmm. They must have took my information and put it on another Cash App. So the bank don't know the difference.
So you're also, by the way, eligible to submit a claim for up to $2,500 in addition to this. If you had unauthorized or fraudulent withdrawals or transfers of funds between August 23rd of 2018 and before August 20th of 2024. Just so you know. So
I need my money, man.
Give him his money. All right. Well, that is your Under the Radar. Now, you know it's a Friday, so we got the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. Plus, we got MC Lyte joining us today. She's got an album coming out in September, but she also has 2 singles out right now. She has King, and she has A Woman. All right.
2 kings?
Yeah, 2 kings. It's her and Queen Latifah on that.
Okay.
They are definitely kings and queens and definitely legendary.
Nice.
All right. It's Way Up.
Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
Yo, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Maino's here.
I'm here, baby.
My goddaughter's at work with me today, but she keeps on falling asleep because she had to get up early to come in. Kids nowadays. All right, well, let's get right into it. First of all, today would have been King Von's 30th birthday. So we have to acknowledge that.
How long has it been?
How long has it been?
4 years?
Has it? It feels like.
Was it 20?
Feels like it's longer than that.
Nah,
but he would have been 30 years old today. So again, rest in peace to King Von. All right, Neo was honored with his own day and key to Las Vegas during his residency show. So congratulations to him. That is his hometown, Vegas. And while he was just 2 songs into his set, the mayor surprised him with the key. Fat Joe also got the key to New York City, but he said everybody was upset about that. He was on Instagram and said this.
Everybody was a little upset, but I don't know another guy who keeps it realer with the streets of New York than Fat Joe. Feeds more people, opens more businesses.
I don't know who was upset, but he's saying that people were upset. So, you know, I didn't see that, but
we like that for Joe, man.
Now, the honor is going to be August 20th in Orchard Beach in his backyard of the Bronx. So congratulations to him.
Okay, we love that.
All right.
Shout out to Joe.
Now, T-Pain reveals that he makes between $50,000 and $60,000 an hour playing video games on live stream on Twitch. And that's why he has no desire to tour overseas.
50, 60K an
hour, okay?
Unbelievable. Like, you never come outside.
He also said he's on the low tier of that. He said there's people making millions a month. He said he's making less than T Grizzly. And when we talk about hourly rates, he said, I know I'm doing less than him. Sheesh. I can't blame him. I wouldn't
never see me ever.
Listen, bye Way Up. No, I'm kidding. I'd still be here. Now, Kehlani and her ex, Javon Young White, they have both released statements responding to reports that she's in a cult. She said that it was incredibly hurtful, inaccurate, inappropriate, and simply untrue. And he has also put out a statement and said on August 6th, the public became aware of court documents that were submitted without my approval by my former representation. These documents contain general recollections from my initial consultation with my aforementioned rep. They were filed with choice language I didn't okay. I regret they were included. So he said, as a father, I could have never anticipated that such serious allegations would be so careless. I still believe my alarm was proportionate to the information I received from the trusted parties. However, I deeply regret and apologize for any role I played in perpetuating these claims.
But he didn't say that thing was not true.
Yeah, he said, before my daughter joined the church, I advocated for my child's agency as I would about any sudden lifestyle shift or new parental custodian. So I guess what he's saying, it was the language. All right?
Right, but it's still a cult.
He said he doesn't think Santeria is a sex cult, and he did not say his daughter is in a sex cult. But it was the language of whoever filed this.
Right.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And you know it's a Friday, and it's a New Music Friday. Everyone is talking about this Lotto album, and we do have some of what is most talked about from that album. When we come back, it's Way Up.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
You should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. My guy Maino's here. And it's time for Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is the number. Right now we have Tony on the line. What's up, Tony? What's your question for Ask Yee?
So, I recently started talking to this girl, and for reference, I'm white,
okay,
and I'm Italian, and she's black. And my dad found out because I brought her back to our place because I still live at home, and he is not happy about that whatsoever.
Oh man,
why?
Because she's black.
Yeah.
And what did he say when you said he's not happy? Like, what did he say about it?
What is she doing in our house?
Ooh, that's tough. Man, that's awful that your dad is racist. What about your mom? What does she say?
My mom is one of those, she doesn't care, but, she does. We come from, this old school Italian family.
Mm-hmm.
She's also not about it, but she's not as vocal as my dad, who literally will be on the street and, they'll say those people.
That is awful, because that sucks, because that's your dad, and you know him, and of course you don't want the rest of the world to know your dad is a racist, but he's a damn racist.
So
no, he is. Yeah.
So how do you feel though? So are you conflicted because you feel like you want to do what your parents want you to do, or you want to be with this lady that you like?
Yeah, I don't want to disappoint my parents. We still have that love and that bond, but also I really like her.
Well, it sounds like more like your parents are disappointing you. It's not you disappointing them.
Because
they're actually disappointing you in this situation.
Your parents is racist, bro.
Yeah, I mean it is.
No, they
2024.
But I also live with them, so I don't want to also get kicked out.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to get kicked out in life to do what you need to do. Sometimes you got to crawl before you walk, right? So it's like, man, my parents, I got to do what I got to do.
What does your girlfriend think about all this? Does she know? Is she aware?
No, she doesn't know. She I don't want to tell her.
You got to take a stand, my man.
Yeah, it is important for you to do that. And your parents are wrong. It ain't like there's some type of debate of, it's not a matter of opinion. They're factually up for this.
Yeah.
It's not even a question.
You got Yee cursing. I'm the one that curses.
No, absolutely.
I feel your pain because I come from a mixed family. You know, I have Chinese side of my family, and definitely there were people on that side of the family that had an issue with my mom being black, you know, and my parents still went and got married.
That's right. You gotta you gotta live your life
for the time that they did, and I think that it's really important for you to make that change. There's going to be people in your family who feel that way, and people who don't.
What about showing them who she is, and maybe even teaching them hey, they're just like you and I. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can try, and it will change their minds, and it won't. But I would say it's not your responsibility to do that if they're willing to learn and be more open-minded, and maybe you will make a change. But I would say don't get your hopes up, because racism, when people have been feeling that way for their whole life, and look, hopefully, because he'll have some interactions with her and her family, he will feel different. But that shouldn't make you have to be any different from who you are. It shouldn't make you not like who you want to like. And it shouldn't make you not be with who you want to be with. That's their problem. As young Layla would say, it's not my problem.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
And you got to stand up for that. That is not my problem, and I will not stand for racism, and I will date who I want to date. And if you have a problem with me because of that, then take it up with yourself.
You know what you tell your parents? You say, listen, Mom, Dad, I'm coming in here with black babies. I'm coming up in here with black babies.
Surprise.
So that's right.
You say, go f*** yourself.
You're going to have black grandchildren, all right? Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Suck it.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you, Tony. All right. Well, that was Ask Yee. 800-292-5150. If you can't get through, you can always leave a message. We'll answer your question that way. And when we come back, MC Lyte is joining us. Her album One of One is due out in September, but right now she has a song called King King featuring Queen Latifah that's out right now. But she's a legend, so we got to get into it. It's Way Up.
Turn it up. You vibing way up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's definitely way up. We got two Brooklyn girls in the building. I'm here with MC Lyte.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
It is such a. I always tell you, like, I want MC Lyte to come up here because you are just somebody that I've looked up to ever since I was young, and then having met you in person so many years ago when we hosted something together. It was like a New Year's countdown or something.
Yeah,
I was like, this is so surreal to me.
Right, I don't even remember that. Let me tell you,
you've done everything.
So many years.
Yes,
in this thing, right? People are like, you don't remember that event we did? And
you're like, I do events 300 days a year.
Right, all the time.
Anyway, you are putting out a new album.
Yeah.
And Woman, that's the song that we've already heard. With Salt, with Raheem Devon.
And Big Daddy Kane.
And Big Daddy Kane. What a nice group of people. And you've been on the Queen's R&B tour.
Yeah.
As well. How does all this feel for you?
I'm just glad to still be in it and still rocking. And the process for the album was it was fantastic. I love being in the process of making an album.
What about your catalog? Because I know a lot of people are doing deals for publishing and they are doing deals with their masters.
Yeah.
What have you done with yours?
Nothing. I'm keeping it.
You're keeping it all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, first off, I don't own my masters. Unfortunately, I came in at a time where the record labels, you didn't really think about it. You said, oh, give me this opportunity. Okay, I got it.
But do they revert back? I know there's like a timeline where they revert back.
Well, you have to go after it. And I think it's like 35 years. But no, I do not have my masters back. But I've got so much more new music that I own the masters too.
Okay.
That's what I concentrate on pushing.
That's a lesson learned because you were a teenager when you first came out.
Girl.
And it's hard. And that was a time when nobody really knew the business. It was kind of a wild, wild west for music.
Yes, it really was. And I used to work one week, go to school one week, work one week, work to school one week. It was part of the co-op program. And I worked at Bear Stearns at the World Trade Center.
Okay.
Right. Being there, I was surrounded by brokers. And so I got this record contract. I don't know the first thing about getting an attorney. So I let one of the brokers look at the contract. And he said, well, everything looks good except they want to own 50% of your publishing. I was like, is that a bad thing? He was like, just tell them that you don't want to give it to them. I said, oh, okay. So I called up the record label. I was like, okay, so the contract is cool. I don't want to give up 50% of my publishing. And they said, oh, well, then there's no deal. I was like, oh, okay. So then I'll sign it.
Right. Well, he gave you some good advice.
He did.
But you didn't feel like you had the leverage because you wanted to, Yeah,
it was like, okay, am I going to make 0 of 100% or something from 50? And so I signed my publishing.
Right now, MC Lyte is in the building, a legend. And then, the other thing about MC Lyte is I feel like during this whole journey of watching your whole evolution, we also never got a lot of personal stuff. But then as of late, I feel like you've opened up a lot more about that. Is that a weird space for you to be in?
No. Most recently, I think you might be talking about
getting divorced. And then a boyfriend and posting that. We never had really seen you.
Can I tell you, I have so many photos in my phone of he and I, but to post them is just like, do I want to let people in? But I can also say that the fans have been so completely supportive.
And you don't like roughnecks, clearly, because, maybe you went through a phase.
I did.
We all went through that phase.
And it's so funny. I talked to my brother and I said, so I've got this guy. He's a little square. He was like, that's good because these Iganes are too slick for themselves. That's what he says. So he's talking about the roughnecks are a little too slick for themselves.
That was our song, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's when, because we all went through that phase where we were like, I need a roughneck.
Look, it was a place and time. We have evolved.
There was one line where you said he got to eat his food with his fingers.
Yeah.
I'm like, now that's too far.
Well,
I need him to use fork.
My grandfather said anything with a bone you can pick up with your hands.
All right, MC Lyte is here. We're talking about her new single, King King. Also, new album, One of One, is on the way in September. We have more with her when we come back.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Let's go. Yeah. You are a media maven, right?
Ooh, you never know what Angela's gonna say.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and somebody who I've always admired, and she's from Brooklyn. MC Lyte is here. You know what I always wanted to ask you too? Because during that time coming up, I remember you engaged in some hip-hop beef activities, and we're watching a lot of that play out now. But how was that for you back then? Like when you and Roxanne Shante kind of went at it, you had to respond. But it felt like it was really just on wax. It wasn't like If I Saw You was on.
Yeah.
What was it like?
It was just on wax. And, many years later, I went to her ice cream shop. So I went there, I patronized her business. We sat, we talked. and we cleared the air. And I think, unfortunately, I don't know what it is today, but back then, most beefs were fueled by the men. Mm-hmm. Two women could kind of work things out. We're going to talk or we're not going to talk, but we ain't going to be bickering and all. We understand what this game is. And some of us, we just don't get along to be friends. But we can be cordial and say hello to one another.
Everybody ain't got to be besties.
Right. And be a part of the tribute and do all of the things that we need to do. Well, I tend to think that back in the day, it was men saying, you're the best. Mm-hmm. You got to fight for your right to only be the queen on the throne, or whatever it is that they say to people. But I think once you get older, you're able to work it out. And that's what happened with Antoinette and myself. And that's what happened with Roxanne Shante.
But it also is something that just happens in hip hop too.
Yeah.
Because the guys do it all the time.
Right.
And I've heard women say this, like, why do people get mad when the guys are doing these diss tracks toward each other? Mm-hmm. Why do they act like it's a big deal when women do it? Because it's a competitive sport.
Right.
And you were saying some vicious things, I'm not going to lie.
Well, at the time, my stuff was just so off the wall. It was like, pop your head in the microwave and watch your skin bubble. It was just, what is the most outlandish thing that I could say right here?
Right.
And that's what it was made about. I think maybe they expect more from women because there's so few of us. There's few of us. How are we not going to get along and at least be cordial enough that we don't have to dig so under the ground? But it is a sport.
Right now, MC Lyte is in the building, a legend. What advice would you give today now if some of these women rappers were to come to you and be like, look, what do you think I should do? She came at me. Do I need to respond? Should I not respond? Like, what would you say?
It's a different day and time. And when you're of a certain age and you're in the thick of the flow of how it goes, you might have to diss someone to stand up for your space.
Okay.
There are times when, I've heard a little line or two in somebody's stuff, but it's like, if they didn't have the gall enough to just say it and they had to hide it beneath metaphors, then I'm not even going to address it. And so my thing is, not unless it's proven that they're talking to you, ignore it.
Okay, that's good advice. Well, listen, they're telling me you have to go. I know you have a lot going on, and I definitely appreciate these conversations. There's so many MC Lyte questions I want to ask, but just know that I'm always a fan, have been a fan.
You.
Every time I see you, you've always been like pleasant. You know how sometimes they tell you don't want to meet your heroes because it could be devastating, but it's been amazing. Just to even...
Thank you so much. Well, this leaves room for me to come back.
Yeah, it definitely does.
We'll do a
so
part
the
two.
album is now going to come out in September?
Yeah, one of one in September. Right now, we're rocking the King King. We're letting everybody know that King King is the single. It's on all platforms. The video is up with
She's
Queen
so
Latifah.
good. That's that voice right there. That we
King King with Queen Latifah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Now, can you do Way Up with Angela Yee?
Way Up with Angela Yee.
All right, save that because that's worth money. All right. All right, MC Lyte, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. And when we come back, of course, you guys have the last word on a Friday.
Got the phone. Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Maino's here.
I'm here.
And we are celebrating. Make sure y'all check out Maino's page so you can see the trailer for his new
New
show,
Maino.
which looks amazing. New Maino. Also, we are a week away from Maino Day.
Maino Day, August 16th is happening right in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, Marcy Avenue between Greene and Lafayette. It's going to be big, family friendly, kid friendly. Bring your uncle, bring your daughter, bring your son. Have fun, nothing but positive vibes.
Don't bring your side piece though, because there's gonna be a lot of pictures and cameras.
No side pieces invited. You gotta invite. Come on.
And don't bring them to Angela Yee Day either. That's September 1st. But we're doing it in Brooklyn. We're having fun.
Come on, Brooklyn.
I'll be outside. Also, thank you to MC Lyte. She's from Brooklyn too.
That's right.
For coming through today. Her song King King is out right now. Album is out in September. And of course, you guys be safe. Have a great weekend. Shout out to my goddaughter who was up here hanging out with us, and she could not.
She went to go sleep.
She could not hang.
So where she went?
She went across the hall to take a nap.
Oh, wow.
Because she had to wake up early. It was not even that early. Kids nowadays. Next week, Jordan Childs is going to be joining us. I'm excited for that. Olympic gold medalist, but also bronze medalist. Also part of that trifecta, the first time 3 black women on the podium at the Olympics ever for gymnastics. So I'm just excited that she'll be up here. Plus, people say we look alike. All right. Well, y'all have a great weekend. And of course, it's your show, so you have the last word.
My secret is I got my homeboy's baby mama pregnant. Right now I feel bad. I feel like that's why I gotta come clean. I feel like that's the only way.
Hello, Angela Yee. Yo, y'all are the best. Y'all make my day in the morning, in the afternoon, even heading on home. I'm trying to like on all of y'all. My name is Dorothy Queen, and I'm from Harrisburg, PA, and I just love y'all.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.